So this is the Euro USD. We are going to be looking at how a position trader mindset looks like after breaking down structure. We are going to be using 3 time frames. So let's break it down. So we see this is our level, premium level of resistance. So this is a level, this is the highest high. Remember, price created this low, which expanded, did a false breakout, taking out the previous swing high. Then we see an exhaustion. That was the retracement in between two price. So in the high time frame, we are looking to buy the market to the upside for the next expansion leg. So if we pull out our fib, we see our fib is around the 79 retracement area. Remember, the fib helps us to identify the levels at which price may react to as it retraces back, exhausting, then to give us that expansion, the next leg. So we see that price expanded until the 79. So the 79 we had this low at the RTO. The RTO is this area. So where the consolidation, the build up was, where the accumulation started. Then we saw an expansion breaking the previous high, creating a higher high. Then we see an exhaustion. Okay, that's the retracement. So we see we had a bounce. Remember, here it was a key level where price tried to hit. Then we see a false breakout hitting the RTO range area. Then we see consolidation, then an impulsive move expansion. Remember, price is at the RTO, the consolidation. Remember, price will always move from expansion back to the consolidation where the build up is, which led to the breakout. So it did a false breakout as we see at this level. So if we remove our fib, you see clearly what's really is happening. So we have this level. This is the resistance sell level, premium. Okay, at the premiums, remember, premiums always sell. We look to sell. So this was the level where we see it turned to be resistance, then we see it starting to be support. As simple analogy, support broken returns to resistance and vice versa. So we are looking at this range. The current range we are looking at is this high and this low. So if we zoom in and we see clearly what we are talking about. Remember, looking at a position trader's mindset. So we are looking at how a position trader sets his position trade. Okay, so we see that this is the high, this is the low. Remember, this is the monthly time frame. This is the Euro USD. So if we can put our where is it? Sorry. So what's this is the Euro USD we are looking at. So this is the monthly time frame. So we see that this was the consolidation which led to this expansion, taking out the previous key level low with a false breakout back into the range. Then it tried to come back, then it created a high low. This is the lower low, then the high low, then breaking structure to the upside, taking out the previous swings high. This was the latest high. So if we had to take out the zone, we shall mark it clearly and we see our zone, as we can see, is a level where price may come back to its zone. It's a support and a gap. Remember, it's a zone where we see a gap and also the key levels of resistance which can turn to support. So this level is very vital into our price analysis. So it's what we are looking for. If price breaks out, it may come back here, then continuation into the RTO. Remember, the RTO is the build up. So when price reached at this level, we are breaking down structure as it is. So when price reached at this level, we see that it failed. Okay, it failed to take out the previous swing high. Okay, this is the enemy swing high. So it just wicked, did a false breakout, then it came back into the range. Then we are seeing price trying to show us the bullish momentum to these areas. So if we mark up that level as a key level, as we can see, this high, so it gave us an inside bar. So price is trying to expand to this level. Remember, this is a key level. You see it wicked the level, then it closed back into the range. Remember, we are at the RTO. Okay, the RTO, we may look for swings, so reversal swings. As we can see, swing high created into this range, so it will signal us to see a sell. Then we see if it can take out this low, then this low. After this low is taken out, then we are targeting this low. So because this is an expansion, so we identify the RTO which led to that breakdown. So the RTO is around this area, so let's surround this area, the RTO which led to that breakout. So we are looking at this area as our retracement. If it gives us a deep retracement, so we expect to see price come back to this area. Then either we can see a bounce, break of structure, then a continuation to the upside. So this is the RTO, the build up. So if we can pull out our fibs to see if this is the level where it has retraced, so we see price has retraced a deep retracement to the RTO. Okay, the RTO, the consolidation which led to the breakout, to that false breakout we are looking at. So it's at around 79. So this is the deep retracement. So at this moment price may reverse, then we see a sell. So it's what we are trying to investigate, really what's really happening. So at this time frame, we have seen what we are looking for. So we have this also, this level. Remember, we identify those key levels where price may come back to. Then we see a buy or a reverse or sell. So we are looking at prices still meandering, taking out the highs. So we are looking at clearly, as we are looking at, we see we have this level, we have also this level. So we might see if price comes and gives us a bullish momentum, then closes back into the range, and then we expect a rejection. So we are waiting, we wait for another candle to print. If it gives us a bearish move, then we are confirmed that we are changing direction. Remember, this is the positioner's mindset, how a position trader looks at price in order to take that position trade. So this was an expansion, then this was a contraction. So if we go down, we scroll down to its mid time frame, the mid time frame, this is the weekly. The weekly is quite clear, as we see the levels are just matching up with our weekly. Remember, we have this high, this is our objective, take profit, or where the price is trying to go to. This is the high. We look left, so the current price, this is the current swing we are working with, this expansion, this impulsive move. So after this impulsive move, we want to see, will it continue to the upside, breaking out, breaking these resistance levels, these key levels? Will it be breaking the key levels? If it breaks with the body close, then it's a continuation to the upside. So we are looking at our objective at this zone, inside this zone. Okay, so the weekly closed bullish. It means the momentum, we are still having a bullish momentum, so we are still having those buys. So if we change color for the weekly to see the levels price broke to, which may be our areas of interest in order to see that retracement, then we see a buy for the continuation. Remember here, this is a high resistance liquidity draw. Okay, this is high resistance. As we see price wicked, these wicks show that the sellers came into price, then pushed price lower, then the buyers are still in play, they are still there, strong buyers. So at the weekly we see it's clear that we are looking for those buys. So the bias for the next week is a buy. Will it be a buy? Though we are looking at price coming at high resistance levels, so price may be trumped or triumphed here. It may be triumph, then we see a bounce or a weak rejection, a big weak rejection. Then we see next week sales, or the current week, coming week, we see those big sales if the daily gives us those confirmation. So we scale down to the daily. The daily is quite clear as we see our price is really matching up with the structure we have seen. So the daily is also giving us that bullish momentum. So what we are looking at, we see that we are given that bullish momentum as price is really bullish. So the weekly is bullish, then we see the daily is bullish, breakout, then the retest. So we have this low at the daily. Yeah, the daily we have that low and we have that high. So in a positioner's mindset, that's the highest time frame we can go to. So what are you waiting for? We are waiting to see how price reacts at these levels. So for a position trader, we are still waiting to see how price reacts at this level. Remember, we are looking for a turn into price, where price will turn either at this level or this level. If it gives us some reversal candlestick patterns around this area, then it will be a trigger of our position trade. So it will be the trigger. So we are anxiously waiting for it to happen. Then we see that we take those sales. Remember, we are at premium. Remember, at premium areas we always look to sell. So we are looking at price to come back to this area. If it gives us a bullish candle like this, a bullish momentum candle, which will expand, then it will contract close back into the range. Okay, then we see another candle print. Okay, if it prints, then it takes out the previous candles highs and lows. These are sell candle. This will be a buy candle. It can be a green candle. It can be a green candle. Then the other one can be a red candle. So this will give us the signal that prices really wants to go down. So we are anxiously waiting for this pattern to create either a pin or this pattern for a position trader to take that trade. So for a position trader's mindset, that's how we look at price, and that's what we are looking for right now. We are waiting, we are sitting on our hands. There is no rush. So we are waiting for reactions at these levels. Then we see how we can get into that position trade. This trade can take over 6 months to 3 months, even a year when you are in one trade. So it's a big trade which will take several months into profits. So if you see it, yeah, that's it. So that's it for the position as traders mindset. This is the euro. Yes, subscribe, like, and share. For any inquiries, you can contact me. So that's it for today.